91, fighting at 230, maintain 5,000.
Heading 230, maintain 5,000, compass 5691.
3730, 10 miles from Finca, heading 190, 4,000 to your established, cut off 16 right.
194,000, cleared ILS 16 right, Scout 36.
3691, 5 miles from Agony, heading 190, 5,000 to your established, cleared off 16 right.
Heading 190, 5,000 to established, cleared ILS 16 right, compass 5691.
Thirty-six oh nine, contact tower over Finca 120.905. See ya.
G'day, sir. 3609.
Six 7-6, turn righting 070, speed 170.
Speed 170, right turn 070, Delta 676.
Delta 888, maintain 5,000.
5,000, Delta 888.
3730, speed 170, greater to Finca, tower at Finca 2095.
70 Finca Tower, Scout 3730, g'day.
Fala pessoal, voltamos mais uma vez. A aeronave já está praticamente próxima ao pouso aí no aeroporto de Boeing Field. Acompanhando aí a live. Você que está chegando, seja muito bem-vindo. Muito obrigado pela sua presença.
130, heading 130, 4,000 to your established, cut off 16 right.
130, heading 4,000 to established, carefully ILS 16 right, Delta 676.
Se é novo no canal aí, por favor, considere se inscrever.
888, turn left heading 250, now base turn.
Agradeço de coração, tá? A gente vai estar acompanhando, eu volto com vocês já já aí no pouso, tá bom?
Say heading.
888.
Go ahead for 888.
50, please.
Keep blocking, say heading.
50 now.
250, Delta 888.
Fala Aeromanal, seja muito bem-vindo. Ainda não, está em aproximação para pouso, provavelmente na pista 34. Fala, comandantes, salve Thiago Francisco.
Late 88, speed 170.
70, Delta 888.
1190, turn righting 360.
Right 360, Delta 1190.
Vamos ver como vai ser o pouso, né?
Speed 190, off 88.
Vamos ver como vai ser o pouso, porque decolar é uma opção, né? Agora pousar é obrigatório, vamos ver.
190, join, descend and maintain 4,000, 16 right, Delta 888.
88, turn 10 degrees. Actually, turn left heading 070, speed 170.
Left turn heading 070, speed 170, last 88.
1190, speed 170, turn routing 070.
070, slowing to 170, Delta 1190.
Fala, Tinex, seja bem-vindo de volta.
888, descend down to 3,200 now.
3,200, Delta 888.
Maintain 5 now.
Okay, 5,000.
At 1190, 3 miles from Agony, heading 130, 4,000 to your status, and also 16 right.
130, maintaining 4,000 until established, cleared 16 right, ILS Delta 1190.
K88, 5 miles from Agony, heading 130, 5,000 to your status, and also 16 right.
Return heading 130, 5,000 until established, cleared ILS 16 right, Alaska 88.
1190, speed 170 to Finca, please.
70 to Finca, Delta 1190.
888, speed 170 for now, clearance here in just a minute, got an experimental
Fala, Daniel, tá em aproximação, passando 2 mil pés agora.
170, Delta 888.
676, when you're over Finca, you can contact tower 120.905.
120.95, Finca, Delta 676.
Alaska 549, 7,400 descending to the arrival, and slowing to 190.
549 approach, slide and clear tanks.
Muito obrigado a galera que está se inscrevendo aí, valeu demais, de coração. A previsão de pouso é de 6 minutos, 6 minutos pro 777 pousar. Sim, vai ter sim, Daniel. O pouso dele vai ser transmitido ao vivo.
Late 88, maintain 3,000.
3,000, Delta 888. Final thrust there, 2939, 7,000 feet, turning heading at 340.
2939 approach, thanks, maintain 4,000.
Okay, just maintain 4,000 now, 190 knots assigned as well for Air 2939.
Gotcha. Delta 888, descend to maintain 2,600.
2,600, Delta 888.
573, turn routing 360, maintain 4,000.
360 down to 4,000, Alaska 573.
Não vou conseguir participar do evento não, Daniel. Vou ter que sair, cara, pra chegar depois das 20 horas.
.573, turn routing 070 now, speed 170.
070, 170 knots, Alaska 573.
Delta 888, maintain 2,500.
2,500, Delta 888.
Lá vem o meninão, hein? Vamos lá. Vamos lá, que agora já vem o meninão. Vamos lá.
Welcome back, everybody, to our continuing live broadcast of the 777X first flight. The airplane took off at 10:09 this morning from Payne Field. It's been flying around the skies of Washington for the last 4 hours, and you can see it here on final approach at Boeing Field in Seattle.
Depois de 4 horas aí fazendo os testes, hein?
Very first landing of the 777X.
Show demais. Espetacular.
Beautiful landing.
Beautiful takeoff, beautiful landing. So for the last 4 hours, the airplane, the pilots have been exercising the XXX's systems and controls as part of a detailed test plan.
Yeah, let's take a look at where the airplane's been flying today. we took out of Payne Field.
Let me stop. They're looking. The wingtips are folding right now.
Oh, yeah, that's
thank
great.
you. Look at those wingtips folding up.
That's great.
And Ted, that's automatic?
Yeah, on landing it's automatic. They get below 50 knots and the wingtips will fold.
Very
A
cool.
hot
So
good phase,
as I
huh?
mentioned before, this is the map of where the airplane flew today. We took off from Payne Field, went over to the east, did some testing up there, as Josh mentioned, about 4-hour flight, and then the aircraft has come and landed here at BFI. Just watching it roll down the runway.
Yeah, these are beautiful images. So we'll just tell you, as you watch this video, you have Josh Green, Emily Sanchez, Ted Grady, one of our Boeing test pilots here. Ted, looking at that map and seeing the flight path, how did they choose that?
Mostly it's determined by weather and airspace. We have some agreed upon routes with air traffic control, and we want to get away from a busy arrival pass into Seattle. So generally it's northern Washington going east-west, and that's generally what they did. Stayed out of the arrival pass, and then tried to stay at a convenient place for our chase airplane to be able to drop into Moses Lake, refuel, and then come and catch them without wasting a lot of time or fuel.
We saw a little circle around what looked like Mount Rainier. Is that like a bonus for you guys?
I think that's probably an essential part of every first flight. Get a hero shot in front of Rainier.
Can you tell us a little bit about what they've been doing in the air for the last 4 hours?
Yeah, sure. After initial takeoff, as we spoke yesterday, assessing the state of the airplane, doing some systems checks, having the chase airplane look them over, make sure everything's looking good, and then they just work through their test points in that first flight test plan, and then they hit a point where it was time to come back based on fuel and time in the air, and they really accomplished everything they needed to for this flight.
And Ted, can you share some of what you were doing after takeoff today and monitoring what the airplane was?
I was in the telemetry room just listening as all the smart folks in there were monitoring the airplane and tracking the flight. It was good to hear we have radio communication with the pilots.
Lembrando, pessoal, que essa aeronave aí foi só o comandante e o copiloto para este voo, tá? Voo de teste de 4 horas aí.
It kind of validated the initial validation
Aeronave espetacular, hein?
Flight simulator sessions where we practice this profile.
Ted, both Emily and I have seen this airplane a lot in our jobs here at Boeing, and seeing it take off this morning, we both had chills. What was that moment like for you?
It's exciting. It's been a long time coming, and we're all excited to see it get in the air. And it's really, like I said, the start of the flight test program. So it's the kickoff. We're ready to get going and start testing.
Very cool. So for people who might not know on the webcast, the aircraft is taxiing now down Boeing Field. Can you give us a little taste of where it's going and how it's getting there?
Yeah, sure. So it landed on runway 14 right, and it cleared it. I didn't catch it. It cleared at the last taxiway before that. Now it's just coming up the parallel taxiway Bravo, and it's going to come to the north end of the taxiway there and then turn into Boeing Field, and then they'll get tugged into parking.
So there were some comments online. People were asking about kind of the differences between yesterday and today, why we were able to take off today versus yesterday. I know you touched on that a little bit with us on the air, but just for folks on the webcast who maybe didn't catch that, can you explain a little more about the winds and the ceiling?
Eu acho que não era Manaus.
What a difference a day makes, right?
Yeah.
The weather today was consistently, the winds were below 10 knots, like 5 to 8, and kind of swirling around out of the west. So we certainly were within our weather parameters.
Para a galera aí que entende mais de aviação, essa aeronave é totalmente remodelada. E o fly deck dessa aeronave foi totalmente remodelado, levando aí as telas de LED, né? As telas que se usam no 787, é bem bacana, uma aeronave fantástica. Eu vi algumas fotos aqui, é excepcional.
Do all the systems testing, performance and through the whole program, and then we'll bring the FAA on, and that will be certification testing when they're on board.
So we had talked a little bit yesterday, as you just mentioned, about having the engineers in the back of the airplane. Today it's just the pilots, right, for this first flight?
That's right. The first few flights are just the two pilots. And that's by design, we always want to be as safe as possible. Not that it's more or less safe with more people on. You just don't want to expose more people than you need to.
Makes sense.
Van Cheney, our chief 777X pilot, in the left seat in the flight deck today, and Craig Bombin, Boeing's chief pilot, in the right seat.
That's right. Yeah, Van did the takeoff. I didn't see who did the landing. I expect he did.
Com certeza era Manaus. Seria mais interessante, né?
To assess airborne.
They must have been having some fun out there.
Yeah, I'm sure. If you summed up today, I'm sure they had a great time. And a sense of relief to just get started with the next phase of the program. It's great. Now we can all get to work on that.
Wow, I just love watching that airplane taxi down the runway with the wingtips folded up.
Yeah, it's
a shot of the pilots.
It is a good looking airplane. A little longer than the 777-300ER. Engines are a little bigger around.
É um privilégio para a galera que está acompanhando isso ao vivo, né? Excepcional, cara. Como todos sabem, eu gosto muito do 777, ainda vem essa versão mais nova.
We are on the north side of the field. It's coming to the hangar here. So we're waiting to see this bird any second.
Yeah, I think the plan is for them to stop just short of turning in here, and they'll shut down there and get towed in. You can see the
Ele pousou na 14, né? Ele pousou na 14. Interessante. Consegue ver ali a cauda do 787 logo abaixo, né? Tem uma galera esperando para fazer o reboque da aeronave, as posições. Interessantíssimo. Excepcional. Hoje, até que enfim saiu o voo, né? Saiu a decolagem, o pouso aí do 777X. Muito bom. Uma panorâmica da aeronave. Essa é a versão mais cara da Boeing, tá? De todos os modelos que existem da Boeing, essa é a versão mais cara. Tem aquela informaçãozinha ali na cauda, né? Aquela, como se fosse um conezinho na cauda, né? Para pegar as informações de clima, informações aí da aeronave. Sempre é usado para as aeronaves de teste, né? Eu acho que não, Daniel Alcântara. Acho que ainda não vai ter o batismo.
And one of the questions we had, Emily, was about the range of the 777X. What is the range?
Right, so I had spoken yesterday about the range capability.
Acabou de cortar os motores. Agora vai fazer o reboque da aeronave.
Both aircraft, in particular the 777-8 and the full range capability significantly farther than today's 300ER. So both aircraft have different range capability because they're different sizes. They carry a different number of passengers and payload. So the range capability of the 777-9, the aircraft that we saw for the first time
aeronave aí, como eu disse no primeiro vídeo, ela está totalmente crua por dentro, né? Tem algumas poltronas, algumas informações ali, mas a aeronave praticamente está bem mais leve. Ainda não é um projeto completo, né? Mas a parte mais importante já foi feita, que é o voo de teste do 777.
Just building off of that ever successful 777-300ER with even more capability in this 777X family.
Thank you, Emily.
So, Ted, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for giving us all of your pilot insights as we've gone on this adventure between yesterday and today, finally getting to see this airplane take off, and we really appreciate everything you've been able to provide and the color from the pilot perspective. So thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Ted.
Estamos sem informação aqui, deixa eu ver se... agora sim.
President and CEO Stan Dill. Stan, what a special day.
Oh, this is spectacular. The emotions are high,
Só queria agradecer a todos vocês aí. Foi um vídeo rápido novamente. Não sei se esse vídeo ainda vai manter no ar, mas queria agradecer a toda a galera que se inscreveu durante esse tempinho aí. Já batemos 1.300 inscritos no canal. É muito bom ter vocês aqui. Deixa eu ver a sua pergunta do Aero Manaus aqui. Com o 737 MAX foi a mesma coisa? Não fiquei por dentro. Todos os aviões da Boeing em voo de estreia são transmitidos online? Sim, Aero Manaus. O Max foi a mesma coisa. Eu não acompanhei desse dia, mas se a gente procurar na net, deve ter bastante coisa, informação do 737, né? Mas teve sim um planejamento, aí foi feito tudo online, ao vivo também. O do 747 também foi a mesma coisa. Essa versão mais nova do 777 foi muito esperado devido aos problemas aí do 737, né? Então isso mostrou ainda mais aí que a aeronave está muito bem e isso abre mais campo ainda para o 777 estar trabalhando aí nas linhas aéreas, né? Pessoal, agradeço a todos, um forte abraço, a gente vai encerrando mais uma live aqui. Não sei se esse vídeo vai pro ar, eu vou manter ou vou tirar, não sei. Mas agradeço de coração. Provavelmente a gente tem uma live mais tarde aí de X-Plane para você que gosta de simulador de voo. Temos mais uma live aqui no canal, provavelmente ainda hoje, tá? Fiquem com Deus, um forte abraço, a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Valeu, pessoal. Tchau, tchau. Até mais.
And manufacturing built right up in Everett, Washington, with a brand new composites wing center that we committed in 2014 to put here, along with the assembly. And again, just